So, you're thinking about getting a new computer. That means you're probably walking right into one of the oldest, most heated debates in all of tech, PC versus Mac. Look, we're not here to declare a winner. Instead, think of this as your 2025 guide to finding the perfect match for you.
And yeah, if you feel like you're caught in the middle of all those arguments, you are definitely not alone. It gets super confusing when both sides are so passionate. But the real truth? The right answer really, truly depends on you and what you need. So our goal here is pretty simple. We're going to cut right through all that noise and build a clear framework together. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what questions to ask to make the perfect choice for yourself. Okay, here's the game plan. We'll kick things off with what this debate is really about. Then we'll dive into 4 key rounds: ecosystems, power and customization, the daily experience, and of course, price versus long-term value. Then we'll put it all together to help you make your final choice.
First things first, what are we actually comparing here? It's not really one company against another. A Mac is a full package deal from Apple. They design the hardware and the software. A PC, though, it runs Microsoft's Windows, sure, but the actual machine could be from Dell, HP, or dozens of other companies. Heck, you can even build one yourself. And that brings us right into our first round, ecosystems. This is probably the single biggest philosophical difference between the two. And believe me, it has a huge impact on how you'll use your computer every single day.
So what even is a tech ecosystem? Well, it's basically the way all your gadgets, your computer, your phone, your watch, all talk to each other and work together. When it's done right, it makes everything feel totally seamless and connected.
And right here, you can see the two totally different philosophies at play. Apple has what people call a walled garden. If you're all in on Apple devices, they work together almost like magic. The PC world, on the other hand, is more like a giant open market. You have endless choices to mix and match whatever you want, but you might have to put in a little extra effort to get everything to play nicely. And this is what that seamless experience actually looks like. With Apple's continuity, you can start typing an email on your iPhone, and then boom, just finish it on your Mac. You can use a single mouse and keyboard to control both your Mac and your iPad side by side. You can even use your amazing iPhone camera as a super high-quality webcam. These things just work right out of the box. It's pretty cool stuff.
All right, on to round 2, power and customization. We're going to shift gears from the software side of things to the actual hardware, what's under the hood. And this is where things get really, really different.
With the PC, you are in the driver's seat. You get to be the architect. You can pick every single component, the processor, the graphics card, how much memory you want to build a machine that is perfectly tailored to what you do. And the best part? Down the road, you can easily swap parts out and upgrade it. It's a system that's literally designed to evolve with you.
Macs are the complete opposite. They are a closed system. Critical parts, like your RAM and storage, are often soldered directly onto the main board. And what that means is the Mac you buy today is pretty much the exact same Mac you'll have 5 years from now. Upgrades just aren't really on the table.
And this chart, it really says it all, doesn't it? If you're someone who loves to tinker, to upgrade, to keep your machine on the cutting edge for years to come, well, the PC is the clear, undisputed winner here. Not even close.
Okay, round 3, the daily experience. Let's forget about specs and processors for a minute and just talk about what it's actually like to sit down and use these machines every day. This all comes down to the operating system and the software you can run.
Now, when we talk software, Windows is the king of compatibility. No question. If you're a big-time gamer, a 3D artist, or you use very specific business software, chances are it was built for Windows first. On the other hand, Mac OS has a more curated selection, but the apps that are available tend to be incredibly well optimized, meaning they usually feel really smooth and reliable.
As for the design and feel of the operating system itself, honestly, this is all about personal preference. Windows is a powerhouse for multitasking with awesome features like Snap Assist for organizing all your windows. A lot of people feel that macOS is a bit more sleek and visually consistent, with its separate dock for apps at the bottom and the universal menu bar that's always at the top of the screen.
And now for round 4. And let's be real, this is a big one for most of us. Price versus long-term value. Let's talk about the bottom line.
So if you just look at the starting price, the difference is massive. You can get a perfectly good brand new PC for just a few $100. Apple, well, they don't really do budget. Their cheapest laptop, the MacBook Air, kicks off at about $1,000.
But hold on, that initial price tag doesn't tell the whole story. As this quote from the YouTube channel Text Notice points out, you have to think about long-term value. Macs have this incredible reputation for holding their value over time. You can often sell a 3- or 4-year-old Mac for a pretty decent chunk of what you paid for it.
This table really sums it up perfectly. With a PC, your upfront cost is lower, and you have a massive range of price points to choose from. With a Mac, the upfront cost is higher, and your choices are more limited, but you'll likely get more of your money back if you decide to sell it down the line. It's a real trade-off.
Okay, we've gone through all the rounds. Now it's time for the final section, making your choice. Let's put together a quick personal scorecard for you with a few very direct questions.
First question, and this one's a potential deal breaker. Are you a serious gamer or a VR developer? If the answer is a resounding yes, then your decision is, well, it's pretty much made for you. The PC is the only way to go. The performance, the ability to upgrade, and the sheer number of games available just can't be beat. Next up, take a look at the phone you use every day. Is it an iPhone? If so, a Mac becomes a really compelling choice because of how beautifully they work together. All those ecosystem features we talked about, they make life so much easier. If you've got an Android phone, that big advantage for the Mac pretty much disappears. All right, let's talk brass tacks, your budget. If you need a new computer and you've got less than, say, $800 to spend, then you're going to be looking at a PC. And that's not a bad thing. The PC market has an incredible number of fantastic options in that price range.
And finally, maybe the most important question of all. Let's forget the specs, the price, the online arguments for just 1 second. Which machine just gets out of your way? Which one feels like the tool that will let you do your best work or create your best art or play your best game? At the end of the day, that's the one you should choose.